Working, everything's good. Everything's good. Cool. What's up, everybody? Kendell here, back with another good morning stream. I'm probably gonna I'll probably next tomorrow morning I might do Call of Duty if I can keep focus. Like if I keep focus while playing Call of Duty and talking, I'm gonna do Call of Duty tomorrow. I might just do zombies or something like that. Doesn't matter. So I wonder how everybody. I hope everyone has. I hope everyone's having a good morning this morning, cause I am. Cause I got to wake up early this morning. You know, got to. I'm sorry, I was setting up a couple things. I got to wake up early in the morning, and there's a couple people that didn't. You know, so. Today we're going to talk about some real controversy stuff. Okay. No one gets offended. No one, we're not gonna shame nobody or do nothing of that. So we're gonna do it here. We're gonna do it at this channel. We talk about stuff straight up. We're gonna talk about things in a way that everyone can compromise with it. But some things. But the controversy comes in when you talk about it, and and you talk about the problem with it. You know what I mean? There's always gonna be somebody who's who's um who's there to defend it. That's why controversy comes in. Controversy, it's somewhat, it's in its own name. It's controversial. You know what I mean? Everyone has irrational thoughts about what they are willing to protect, how they're willing to protect it, what they're going to say, how they're going to say it. It's all in one spot. What are you willing to do? I'm sorry. You have to be when you talk about controversy situations, you have to be open minded. You know what I mean? That's the thing. There's people that are going to intentionally try to get under your skin. You know what I mean? So when that'll be probably the only time you'd probably, you try to be a jackass about what you say. Is when the other people are being a-holes about it. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, it's alright. I'm sorry, I'm kind of stuttering with my words here because I'm just now waking up. So, y'all have to be open-minded about what is being said before y'all say anything. You know what I mean? Especially when someone's trying to get it out and compromise with a situation. You know what I mean? I'll take that pressure.
I'll bring it by. Alright, I'll get back to work.
No. Let's get into it. Let me. First and foremost, there's one thing that I want to address with a lot of the LGBTQ community. When people say you're gonna know when people are being homophobic and when people are not. When people genuinely just find something irritating when it comes to you and what you like. You know what I mean? I have no problem with it. You know what I mean? It's you like what you like, I guess. You know what I mean? You know, of course, people have their religious thoughts about it. You know, that's kind of natural in the day of age we are. You know, but there's um, something on YouTube. I say YouTube. No, something on Facebook. Is it's about people. It's about Netflix putting like it said it showed it like a meme, and it was showing that it was like a SpongeBob meme, and it was basically it was basically Patrick as Netflix, and I forgot what he was doing, but basically it was saying that, you know, Netflix and unnecessarily putting gay people inside of a show or a movie. You know what I mean? And you know, people were, you know, before no one was being, you know, you go to the original post, you know, somebody reposted it. You go to the original post, and you can see that no one's like, you know, no one's bashing the LGBTQ or saying gay is gross or none of that bullcrap. No, they, you know, these guys were expressing the way they feel about some things because, and I was like, you know, I agree. Netflix has a history of putting, like, you know, like unnecessary LGBTQ in some shows and movies. You know, granted, they have their own section of LGBTQ stuff. You know, like if you watch Netflix ever, you know that everyone knows that. But you know what I'm saying? But you know, everybody was like, yeah, you're right. You know, they're right about it. You know, some of the, you know, the gay people would say, are saying that. You feel me? And it's like, oh my goodness. Hold up. I hate that. It was like even some of the gay people were saying, you know, that Netflix do this a lot for no unnecessary reason, which is put that LGBTQ or gay element there for no reason. I was like, you know, nothing against the gay people, and you know what I'm saying. These even the gay people were saying that they do it. They were agreeing with it. But I went past one comment, and lo and behold, it's a female. That's probably lesbian at that. You know, there's a stereotype for everything. Y'all know that. There's a stereotype for every little thing y'all do. Lo and behold, she said, what she said? She said that oh yeah, she said if y'all don't like gays, just say that. I'm like, nobody said. There were like probably 15 comments in that original post. No one, I went through all of them. No one had said anything about hating gay people. No one said anything about that. Everyone was agreeing that Netflix can put unnecessary LGBTQ in their shows, some of their most popular shows and stuff like that. And it's like to push the agenda. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of obvious to push the agenda, which, you know, I personally I have a problem with. But you know, if it's them doing it, you know what I'm saying, everybody has something they support. You know what I mean? The reason why I have a problem with it, and this is a genuine reason, guys. When I was in middle school, I didn't know what gay was. I didn't know what LGBTQ was. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know. You know, I ran into that situation. By the time I learned about it, I was already like, you know, I had to go through that. I had to go through it. I didn't say I wasn't gay or anything. I was like, I had to go through it. I had to go through trying to figure. I had to go through being bi-curious or being curious of the situation. You know what I mean? And it happened. It happened so simultaneously that it was like, oh, well, you know, you're not doing too good with the relationships with females, and then all of a sudden you like learn about what's, you know, gay, and then you realize the only reason why you're not doing too good with women in general, with these girls, first of all, you're young. You feel me? In middle school. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like that you need to be gay in middle school because you can't find a woman, you know what I mean? Because you can't be born anything. You can't be born gay. It's impossible. You know what I'm saying? You're a baby. You know what I'm saying? You have genes in you, of course. You know what I'm saying? But gay isn't a gene. It's literally a sort of metamorphosis. You feel me? Which comes about being rejected from the opposite sex. You know what I mean? You know, I wouldn't know what they think. I don't know what makes people, you know, say they're gay. But you know, my only thought about it is, you know, I guess them thinking, you know, since I can't find a good person of the opposite sex, I'll find a good person of the same sex. You know what I mean? That's my only thought about what they think. You know what I mean? You know, and I have a problem with y'all. You know, every time when someone says something about gay or something like that, y'all instantly turn to, oh, yo, you're homophobic. Like, no, ma'am, no, sir. I'm not homophobic. I'm saying, and this could be, why is this element there if there's no need for an element? It's already, you know what I'm saying? Gay, LGBTQ, you know, changing your body, transgender, you know, all this stuff. It's a part of the controversial world. You feel me? When you mention it, someone's gonna get offended. You know? Like, where it is? So many hours I got into this happen. So, please don't be like, you know. I find it really uncomfortable that there are people who feel like that they can have an opinion about stuff that doesn't pertain to them. You feel me? And you can say it about pretty much anything. But imagine my shock when I see people bashing gay people, white people. Of course, these are the opposite. You know, even some very few black people bash the Black Lives Matter movement. Imagine my thought. You know what I'm saying? And then you start to get gay lives matter and transgenders lives matter and all black lives matter. And it's like, hold up, we said, you know what I'm saying, this is all in one. You know what I mean? When people say Black Lives Matter, if your skin is black, it matters. If you're trying to fight for what's good, it matters, of course. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make it into something it's not, first of all. Like, why do y'all find it so, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all find it any hole, any loophole y'all can find. What? What'd you say, Kayla? I'm sorry, what? Oh, she on the stairs? Sorry. What the heck? Anything y'all could find in something, when someone has an opinion about it, let that be an opinion, I guess. You know, someone has a foul opinion about everything. You know what I'm saying? You know? It'd be different if people were completely irrational. You know what I mean? If you bothering people that you have no business bothering. What'd you say? Hold on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if someone says something bad about the LGBTQ, you know, out of nowhere, you know, I guess you can have a you have a right to be mad because that's what you believe in. You feel me? And you know what I'm saying? Like I get pissed off when people say bad things about black lives. You know what I mean? Of course I'm gonna get pissed off because I support it. You know, but if someone has pros and cons about something, you know what I mean, then let it be. You know what I mean? If somebody offended you, being offended is something different. You know, but having a genuine conversation about why you feel like you do, you know what I mean, that's something different. I'm gonna go to a clothes store. Where's the? I'll go on that. I'm gonna go on this far out here. Drive a little bit. The world doesn't. But back to the core of it. You know, she was saying that, you know, she was trying to make it something it wasn't. You know what I mean? If you watched Netflix and you know that the truth is that Netflix do put LGBTQ in a lot of unnecessary movies and shows. You feel me? We're on. You know what I'm saying? When no one's when you mention something, you know, I think the LGBTQ community as a whole feels like they're left out of it. You know what I'm saying? And some things, I guess you can say that because no one gives them the attention they feel like they deserve. And it's like LGBTQ is something that's not for everybody. That's the thing y'all fail to understand. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You can teach it. You can make it known throughout the whole world. That doesn't mean that everyone has to abide by it. You feel me? When people have an opinion or they have a religious belief and they release that religious or that opinion about it without having to be homophobic about it, you know what I'm saying? Then that's their business. You feel me? You know, and then here's how ironic things are with y'all. And this is only one topic right now, by the way. This is the ironic thing about y'all. When something crazy happens in the hip hop world about angels and demons, y'all are quick to say it's not their job to raise your kids. But when it's the LGBTQ involved, oh well, you know what I'm saying? You know, your kids, y'all be like, your kids get to do what you want, what they want. You know what I mean? It's how they think. It's like, you know, no, don't try to be a part of this now. You say what you said when something happens. You know what I mean? Lil Nas X it proved he's a direct example of why people you can say are homophobic now. You know what I'm saying? Why people, you know what I'm saying? Why more and more people are disagreeing and seeing the LGBTQ, community as a sort of demon, a demonic community. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is very controversial. This is me speaking from third person. I'm not saying anything of the sort because I like to keep out of it. You know what I mean? Me personally, you know, I don't really support the LGBTQ like that, but I'm not homophobic. I don't bash them for being gay. I mean, that's your decision, right? At the end of the day, it's your decision. You feel me? No one can stop you. But don't be an ironic idiot and feel like because someone doesn't like LGBTQ means they're homophobic. You feel me?
Hi, welcome.
Like that's where you get things messed up at. It's not fair. It's not fair that you judging people just because they say they don't like something. You know what I mean?
This sucks.
You know. But then again, you can also say that they're judging me. Like no. Some like what I've witnessed today is that there's actually some people a part of the LGBTQ that that feel so strongly to the point where anything's talked, anything that doesn't sound good towards gay is homophobic. Anything, you know what I mean? You know, there's a reason why. You know, you don't even have to know religion to know that, you know, I mean,
Oh,
homosexual
I'm
go
sorry.
against,
I
God in
forgot.
per se. You know what I mean? It goes against it. You know, it's in the Bible. You know what I mean? And a lot of black men and women read the Bible. You feel me? And when you try to push the agenda that's already controversial, then you're practically asking for a for someone to go there with you. You know what I mean? You're asking for it because at the end of the day, people are going to think anything. You know, the LGBTQ was in the back of everyone's
Is there
mind
anything you like?
mind at the moment when Black Lives Matter and the racists were going head to toe, and we're up, of course. You know what I mean? And then they started to turn the Black Lives Matter movement into a whole vendetta for LGBTQ. You know what I'm saying? I didn't appreciate that honestly because it says Black Lives Matter. You feel me? It didn't say normal Black Lives Matter. It didn't say Black children matter. No, it's Black Lives Matter. You feel me? Which means our skin, our lives matter. You feel me? The controversy that surrounds it
You're here
is
for anything
absolute
special?
bullcrap because it's just a lot of people. I look like Chad. Oh my goodness. A lot of people already are so quick to open their mouths about what you should believe in as it is. No one said you couldn't be what you want or do what you want. There's going to be people to look at you differently because you are. You know what I mean? But what makes this such a difficult topic for anybody is because when you mention it, you instantly try to attack them. You know what I mean? You do. I've seen that firsthand when it came to LGBTQ people. I've seen that firsthand. Although, seen it. You know what I mean? They instantly
Who?
attack that person because they feel like they're being attacked. And it's like, no, he had this guy had a genuine opinion about something. You know what I'm saying? You know, when a person asks you, why do you feel gay? Why are you gay? That's not them being a-holes to you. They're asking a genuine question. You feel me? Even I don't even know the answer to that question. I'm not the psychic. You know what I mean? And it's not to be offensive. You know, but some of you are going to take those words and you're going to twist them. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to be like, oh, so you're saying our lives don't matter? No, I just spent 2 whole minutes explaining what I mean by that. I just spent those 2 whole minutes saying that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just having a look
Contro-
around.
ooh,
Okay.
Controversy don't spark until you're quick to jump to conclusions about how someone feel just because they got an opinion or a question about something. That's where you go wrong at. See you later. Where is? Oof. How you feel? It matters. You know. Does it go against everything we know? Yeah. You know. But forcing your your beliefs and your
Somebody
community
say something?
on young people is out of the question completely. You feel me? When they grow up and they learn, you know what I'm saying, they can learn about it, cool. But we're not trying to search for people to make. We're not trying to search for people to make gay. You know, just to add to the community. Being gay isn't something that a lot of parents want their children to be. You know what I mean? And it can sound homophobic. You know, you can make as many you can make your plea case about, you know, it's their decision. But there's a lot of parents who try to mold their kids to be something great
Let me
for
know
the
if you need
world.
a hand, okay?
You know what I mean? I might go and I should buy some of this right now. They try to, like I said, they try to mold their kids to be something great for the world. And some, you know, a lot of the LGBTQ community, I've noticed that y'all try so hard to intervene into that. You know what I mean? They don't have, just like you don't have to force them to be what they want. They don't have to be gay either. You feel me? Stop trying to force your community on people. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to push your agenda where it's not needed. You know what I mean? Stop it. You know what I'm saying? When black people push black race into something, it's not because of they now not because they strongly believe in it. No, because it's genuinely like that. You know what I'm saying? We could be in a group having a whole conversation about something off world, and the LGBTQ could jump inside of it. And next thing you know, just because someone said, "Oh no, I don't support that," it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta stop that. Y'all have to stop that because it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not ideal. You know what I mean? It's not cool. It's not cool. It's not funny. You know? Wars. To shoot. Sheesh. Oh man. Y'all have, you know what I'm saying? You know, as far as that goes, you know, y'all be what y'all want to be. Y'all do what y'all want to do, be what y'all want to be, but y'all will not keep forcing it on our kids. It's fun and all fun and games. This is
Shall
not,
you can eat me?
you know, it's not fun and games. It's not funny. You know what I'm saying? It's not. Be, yeah. So, you know, I have gay friends, by the way, and you know, just like my close friends, if they want to be close to me, cool. You know, if they want to love me, then I love you back. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I've made my mind about who I want to be and how I want to be, and how my parents raised me to be, and a lot of black people, especially, have been raised to love the opposite sex for them. You know what I mean? Don't be judgmental when someone say they don't roll with it. You know what I mean? Don't. It's not fun. It's not fair. It's not fair at all. You know what I mean? Y'all, you know, that's another thing. The LGBTQ already have a lot of leverage around in the United States as it is already. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have so much leverage to the fact that even if someone mentions it in court, it will automatically become a humongous problem for anybody. You know what I'm saying? So that alone should already you know, get rid of any speculation. You know, so Any speculation about anything should be gone. You know what I mean? Really, like really. Make sure all this crap full. Oh, oops. Everything should be full now. Yep, everything at 9K. Nice. That's look at Slime Head. So, you know, respect y'all. You know, y'all cool people. Just stop forcing y'all beliefs on people. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stop forcing it on people. That's all. That's the only problem I have with y'all. You know, stop thinking that everything's homophobic because someone doesn't support it. You know what I mean? You know, I know y'all can ask the question why, but it all depends on how you were raised. It ain't nothing. You know what I mean?
Hey, I know we've got that other thing.
Like that's your why right there for that. You know what I mean? The reason why a lot of people don't support the LGBTQ is because of the way they were raised. That's the reason why. You feel me? It's nothing to make y'all feel terrible. It's none of that. No. You know what I'm saying? There are people out there they're like the opposite of what I'm saying, but you know, for the most part, the people who don't like offending others, you know, that's their reason. They were raised differently. You feel me? So that's take it how you will. You know what I'm saying? But take it with a grain of salt, because you know, and just think about that. You know. But I guess our next conversation is, because sorry, I got kind of distracted there. I guess let's get a little bit more. I speak about politics almost after every video, topic of every video, feels like. So you know, I want to get into some video game controversy. I was just going back to a couple things that back in when PS5 got revealed. I'm trying to say, when PS5 got revealed, Miles Morales was among the first game to be revealed. Besides, GTA Online enhancement or whatnot, whatever that was. You know what I mean? There's a couple things I want to address with that. People made it completely controversial. Completely. In the comics, Miles Morales is a half black, half Hispanic. You know what I mean? For the life of me, it's kind of weird to me how there can never be like a main black character that's all the way black. But I love Miles Morales. I love him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not only just because he's actually one of the main black superheroes, but he's also the type of person he is. You know what I mean? You know, he's scared. He has questions about things. He's not just this, oh, I have superpowers, I could do anything type of person. That's where heroes like Invincible got it wrong at. Just because you got powers and have a cool super suit and you call yourself invincible doesn't mean that you can go around thinking that you won't get blood on your hands, because this is not gonna happen. You know what I mean? You're gonna get blood on your hands, but what you gonna do when that happens?
All right.
You know, Miles, and I see everything. I understand everything from a critical point, because people are disgusting nowadays, and everything they do and say, they mean it in a certain way. And one of the things that I noticed is when you mention Miles Morales, people get really offended, because when you say in the game, at the end of the game, spoilers for anybody who hasn't played the game or even seen it. At the end of the game, which I seen this scene. Haven't played it. I haven't watched all the way through the gameplay. I only seen a tidbit. I can see how it ended, or how it's going to end, because I want to play it for myself. You know what I mean? I seen a tidbit of this, and it says the words, "That's our Spider-Man." People got offended, so they got so butthurt. You know what I'm saying? And people were like in the comments, "Oh well, that's not my Spider-Man." You feel me? And I was like, that sounds like a personal problem. You know, if you racist, just say so. You feel me? Oh, I like the original. Spider-Man. They made Spider-Man the original. It's because who created Spider-Man?
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Stan Lee too, by the way. My dog. You know, that's the only reason why people will be, if Spider-Man was just some other character who had no significance, was just some average sidekick. You know what I mean? No one would care about no damn Spider-Man. A lot of people don't even like Tom Holland as being a Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Because they feel that he's too much of a pretty boy. You know what I mean? Oh, well, what's that got to do with the movies? Well, you know, you could look, like I said, when people have a like, you know, a connection with these heroes, they not only love them from the comics, but they grew up knowing them. You feel me? Robert Downey Jr. went through hell and got back on his feet and became not only Iron Man in the movies, but he became an Iron Man in real life. As cheesy as it sounds, it's true. You know what I mean? The man, you couldn't tell the difference. And I'm not saying you should act as accordingly. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't like Tom Holland shirtless poses and on his IG, you know, and they look at him as Spider-Man. A lot of people, you can say they're even jealous of him, you know, which is part of what it is, you know. My point with this is when you mention another Spider-Man, people love to mention Tom Holland is the best. No, Tom Holland isn't the best Spider-Man. You feel me? He's a good Spider-Man, but he's not the best Spider-Man. People hate when you say this. Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, the originals from the 2000s, were the best. Was some of the best movies you could person loving superhero movies. By the way, you know what I'm saying? All the rest of the people who feel like they have a say so in what people like and stuff like that, they always judge them when they say they like something like that. When people say that Miles Morales and black people are going to say that Miles, I say it too, by the way, and I don't give a damn what people say about it or think about it. Miles Morales is my Spider-Man, period. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not because he's black, because he's all around a hero. You know what I mean? And a lot of people won't mention this, a lot of people won't say it, but Miles have it worse than Peter has it. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And you know how come? Well, Peter, obviously Peter, a lot of times Peter never knew his mother or father. All he knew was Aunt May and Uncle Ben. You know, Uncle Ben died. You know, that was as crazy as it got. You know, and so in some cases, in this case, in this universe, Aunt May and Uncle Ben died. You know what I mean? That was that. You know, but when you flip the Miles, that was, you know, for Peter, that's as crazy and as sad as it's gonna get. You know, the other rest of them, you know, a lot of people could feel sorry for Peter for Spider-Man because, you know, he deals with a lot of emotional trauma. You know, that goes for both of them, by the way. You know, shit. The reason on Miles Morales' hand, on the side of Miles Morales, he has it a lot harder. He has a black teenager life with all the extra stuff, double times 10 what Peter has. You know, and that includes the villains, that includes the storyline. You know what I mean? Like, we've heard Peter's storyline over and over and over and over, from his beginning to his run-in with Venom, to his you know, to how he finally revealed that he was Spider-Man to the world, he was Peter Parker to the world. You know what I mean? We've heard it all in the comics. We haven't seen the last bit of his story on live screen. You know what I mean? And honestly, I don't know. You know, as far as Far From Home goes, you know, they kind of did it. You know, but they did it against his will. But stuff like the Green Goblin. Let's take this as an example. Crap. Stuff like the Green Goblin, for example. I will after I'm done. After I'm done, cousin. Stuff like after the Green Goblin. I said after. I mean, stuff like the Green Goblin, for example. The Green Goblin in Peter's universe is just this guy who has a nick for you know, experimentation of becoming strong, and you know, and it was never clear to me why. They never make it clear to you why Osborn was so hell-bent on this experimentation on himself to be, I guess, super or something like that. He's just some man, and Peter's, he's just some man hopped up on experimentation, you know, which makes him a little bit stronger, makes him a little bit greener. He has his own little suit and glider. No, the Green Goblin in Miles Morales universe, he literally has wings, a tail. He looks like a dragon. He's 10 times as big. You know what I mean? You know, the only thing in Peterverse that's really was crazy was the I forgot his name. I forgot what the reptile name was. I forgot his name. Was the reptile. You know, he was the only big time foe. You know, although there is some cases in the comics where Peter actually became stronger than Superman. You know, but as far as looking down to the actual universe of things, MCU, I repeat, do not nerf Miles Morales when he enters the MCU. I will be irate and I will stop watching Spider-Man you know what I'm saying? Everything you built up from here on has been great. It has been amazing. It has been amazing from from the Avengers, the Infinity Saga being what it was, to right now, um, where Sam has now become Captain America. You feel me? Everything is great. Do not nerf Miles Morales just because you want to keep Peter in the front line. You feel me? I've heard enough about the original Spider-Man. You feel me? For the life of me, and everything's supposed to revolve around. No, I heard enough about Peter Parker's Spider-Man. I heard enough, dog. I'm so sick of hearing about and seeing movies made about Peter Parker, Spider-Man. You know what I mean? And no one's daring to continue besides the MCU. You know what I mean? What's this point of stopping right there? No one's seeing the picture here. You know what I'm saying? We know that Miles Morales Spider-Man it's stronger than Peter Parker's Spider-Man. Miles Morales is just younger. That's it. Which makes him even more of a threat, really. Like y'all have to stay with it. You know what I mean? Stay with it. If you have a plan for a multiverse, do it right, like y'all have been doing. Goddamn, Sam's Captain America outfit was so goddamn comic book accurate. I was like, yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't even really think they used much They didn't use much CGI at all for Sam. All the muscle, the only padding on that suit was the shoulders. It's the only padding that was on Sam's suit. If y'all haven't noticed that. Like, MCU, do me a great favor and don't nerf such a great character. You feel me? We need more characters to carry the black mantle on screen, just like Iron Man has carried most of the white mantle on screen. You feel me? I don't really care too much for Captain Marvel and her feminist boosting, because that's all she does really. She likes to boost her feminism through MCU. And the ultimate disrespect was her asking to be the next leader of the Avengers, when the MCU is a universe that is prominent on staying comic book accurate at a point. You know what I mean? With a little twist. You know what I'm saying? Just because you got power, lots of it, and you're one of the strongest, don't mean that you know what I'm saying, get to roll up and say, oh well, make me the leader of it, make me the most powerful being in the MCU. No, hell no, because that'd be a lie anyway. Because Captain Marvel is far from the most powerful being in the universe. You know what I'm saying? That's a damn lie, by the way. You go check that. You can go check that for a fact. Shoot, we still got Galactus, Adam Warlock. You know what I'm saying? Like, people like that, and we don't know. They're coming inside the MCU. You feel me? Not to mention Ghost Rider. Like, Ghost Rider is one of the strongest beings in the MCU. But you know what? People are going to be quick to talk about it. Say no because of the power differentiation. You feel me? The powers that's displayed on screen. Ghost Rider is one of the most feared heroes in the MCU. Probably the most feared hero, to be real with you, besides Hulk. You know what I'm saying? Captain Marvel, oh damn. Captain Marvel, she has no heart. She was done with no heart, really. You know what I'm saying? The Captain Marvel movie was an okay job. You know what I'm saying? Because it was an origin story that didn't really mean much to me, but I took it for what it was. But as soon as Brie Larson started talking off screen, I instantly started losing. I instantly lost excitement about this character. Captain Marvel does not excite me at all. At all. Why does it keep doing that? I'm about to go. It's been probably 3 minutes. I'm about to go back to my clubhouse. Guys, I have to wait every time. Oh crap. Yeah, seen that happen. Ouch. Do y'all, so like I said, Mark MCU, don't, our Black Panther, our king is gone. He passed away. He can't carry the black mantle right now. You know what I'm saying? Michael B. Jordan, I think he can do it. He just leaves a little bit too much on the table. He's not all the way into it. You know what I mean? We'll see. He got some room to prove himself. But as far as Miles Morales is the strongest, is the most powerful one, probably the most powerful Spider-Man, actually, because Spider-Man 2099 his suit is what keeps him strong alone, you know what I'm saying, because it's high tech and it's futuristic, you know what I mean. Something about his suit that makes him really strong. But as far as if we're talking about powers, Miles Morales of course got the upper hand, you know what I'm saying. Y'all will see why. Yep. If y'all played Miles Morales the video game, then y'all will know why. This is not just some DLC. This is his own game. Spider-Man is his own. Miles Morales is his own Spider-Man. You feel me? There's just a little bit. I repeat, Miles Morales is his own Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't need Peter Parker as a mentor anymore. So, for all the racists and the a-holes out there who feels like they have a say-so, you can have your opinion all you want, but as far as that concerned, the facts are there. You know what I'm saying? Going with that. So, my next, hold up, y'all. So my next, okay, just make sure my mom got the car perfect. Okay, so my next controversial talk, and this is perfect because I've been kind of wanting to talk controversially about Warner Brothers as it is. Let's talk about Warner Brothers. Let's lay down some facts. You run the DCEU. You have the power to make a great cinematic universe, and you're absolutely just you're dropping the ball, dog. You're dropping the ball really bad. What in the hell are you doing, Warner Brothers? You feel me? What are y'all doing? What the hell are y'all doing? Like, I just don't believe what the hell I've been hearing lately about Warner Brothers. You feel me? Like, like, what are y'all doing? Like, the only good thing I've heard is there's a slim hope, possibly a super slim hope, that Justice League, the Snyderverse, can continue, because they signed like a new deal or something like that. A very slim hope. You feel me? What the hell? Why are y'all denying? First of all, it's like, I don't know who the hell at Warner Brothers needs to hear this, but one of y'all motherfuckers need to be fired. First of all, excuse my language, and one of y'all motherfuckers need to be fired ASAP, because y'all suck. One of you suck. Whoever calls the shots suck and needs to be fired ASAP. Because You mean to tell me you had the most successful? You've had your most successful superhero movie yet, and you pull the plug on it? You hear me? And then to add insult to injury, you give one of the most amazing fighters in the history of fighters, probably the best fighter ever, which is Mortal Kombat, a mere $50 million budget. Which, I mean, half that back, by the way. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You bring in, they're bringing a new character, Cole Young. People, it was a 50-50 on him. You know what I'm saying? As a whole, the movie was a 10 out of 10 for me. But, you know, Cole Young was a 50-50 for me. He was like a 50 out of 100 for me. Because his story made sense. He was a part of the story. He had his time to shine. But a lot of people felt like, you know, he'd fade back into like okay, he's kind of old news. You know, now he's a part of the universe of Mortal Kombat. You know, that's where that stood for me anyway. That's where it stood for me. I was like, okay, cool. You know, they using Cole Young to carry Scorpion's bloodline until they find a way until they get to the point where they resurrect Hanzo Hasashi. You know what I'm saying? But then you get a report saying that YB wants to still focus on Cole Young as the main attraction of Mortal Kombat. And you instantly deplenish all hopes for people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You might as well, honestly, to be truthful with you, as good as the Mortal Kombat movie was for me, I never really said much. You know, you might as well would have put Scorpion on one side and Sub-Zero on the next side, and put Cole Young in the middle of on the poster, because that's what it was really. That's how it felt. You know what I mean? A lot of people was like, F Cole Young, so he was so unnecessary. And I was like, you know, I get what they were trying to do with him. It didn't make the movie any less bad, but they have to move on from this. They'll use him for what he's intended for. They put him, you know what I'm saying, which was finding the other fighters. Him going to Hollywood, finding Johnny Cage. You know what I'm saying? I expect him to be in the Mortal Kombat tournament in part 2, but don't make him the main focus. You feel me? You can't make a character the main focus when we already has gotten through his story. You know what I'm saying? We know everything about Cole Young right now. You know what I mean? A washed up UFC fighter who happened to have the mark of Mortal Kombat on him. Now the next part we look for is what important character he needs to beat to, in order to, you know, and that's why I feel like they're gonna do what they're gonna do is, if Warner Brothers want Cole Young to remain the main topic of the sort, what they're probably gonna do is at the end of the next movie, make Cole Young the last fight that determines the tournament's outcome. That's probably what they're gonna do. You feel me? How they gonna make Cole Young look? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? What new powers are they gonna give to him? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But that's probably something they probably would do. You know, it just seems that way. You know what I'm saying? Because Warner Brothers, the problem with Warner Brothers is they have too much power. Or, you know, whoever's calling the shots right now on what to do or how to do it, they have too much power right now, and they need to be stopped. You know what I'm saying? Like, they need to be stopped ASAP, because this is you could downright call Warner Brothers a straight blasphemy right now. You know what I'm saying? Struggling to get a Snyderverse Justice League, struggling to shift more combat into what we know it could be. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then you get another. Then you hear about how they treated Zack Snyder during. You know what I'm saying? during his filming. Dude, this man just brought y'all money in that y'all haven't even smelled in a good long time. And you mean to tell me the whole while y'all was treating this man trash and he's still willing to direct movies for y'all? Wow. It's like, you know what I'm saying? For one, I'd say sorry to the people because I can't be here anymore. Zack Snyder better than me. You feel me? I exposed the hell out of them. You know, but for the people, he's not. I feel like Zack wants to say more than just harass. I feel like he wants to spill the beans all the way, but he wants to keep the people hopeful about a new Zack Snyder something. You know what I mean? Because the way this movie ended and the way he has planned for the Justice League can save the entire universe. You know what I'm saying? Like his Green Lantern alone was enough to get me. Then again, another black character who looks amazing in a Green Lantern outfit. Dude, he looks crazy. He looks dope. He looks like he should be there. You know? Warner Brothers, I don't know what's your problem, what you have against the DCEU, but you're making a lot of people piss off at this point. You're getting rid of things that have no business being getting rid of. You know what I'm saying? You're saying no to things that will make you money, that will make them money, that will get people excited. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the meaning? What's the point? What is the point of it? Come on. Y'all gotta do better. Y'all gotta do better than that, man. It's right. Warner Brothers, y'all are embarrassing yourselves. That's what you're doing. Not trying to make nothing better. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hold on, let me, of course people have taken my side over it, Doug. Warner Bros., I promise you, if you have one job is to produce some really good movies. You have all the opportunities in the world, and you're just saying no. You feel me? Because it's too expensive. The MCU, Paramount, even has put damn near $200 million into some of their budgets, dog. And you're telling me you've been the standpoint of now of for so long. Warner Bros., you've been around for decades. You must forgot we didn't have the MCU in the 2000 and in the early 2000s. You must forgot about that. We had the Marvel. We just had the Marvel. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a cinematic universe where everything connected. You feel me? You have a chance to be you had one chance to rival the hottest superhero cinematic universe in our generation, in our lifetime, and you just blew it, Warner Brothers. That's what you're doing. You're blowing it through y'all butts, and you're not giving a damn about it. Because it's quote unquote too expensive. Really? Somebody needs to slap the hell out of whoever's in charge. The CEO, COO, I don't care who, where, how. One of you people needs to be slapped and fired. I'd rather Vince McMahon Vince McMahon be put in charge at y'all company right now. But I cannot believe this is the same company that bought us the Teen Titans, the original series. The Teen Titans, I could sit there and watch every episode over and over again. You feel me? Again and again. You feel me? This was made by Warner Brothers New Lines, to like their studio. You feel me? You canceled it. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell possessed you to cancel the Teen Titans. You know what I'm saying? At this point, and right now, I try to look at the show over and over and be like, man, you know, what made them cancel such a great show? You know what I mean? And then as I look, I'm gonna do my research, guys. I'm gonna do my research on what changed from them making some of the hottest shows and movies to them just bombing everything. I want to see. I'm gonna do my research and see who's in charge now. Where yet? I can do it now. I can do it right now for y'all. Actually, I'm only at 1 hour 3 minutes. So I'm gonna do that right now. Because I need to know, man. I need to know what changed. Hold on. I want to see who's in charge. So okay. So as of August 22nd, 2019, the CEO of Warner Brothers Pictures is Ann Saranoff. So, and this is where it all comes together for me now. You know what I'm saying? Ann Saranoff is a white woman. And before y'all exit out the video and say, oh well, here he goes talking about another white female, Ann Saranoff is a CEO Karen. That's what you like to call her. That's what you want to call her. You feel me? I thought Jay Fisher was talking about the first director of Justice League. That's why I thought he was talking about Josh Whedon, about when he meant you know how he was being treated and the racist. I see now, right? Besides the new Green Lantern, Jay Fisher, he's the only black character besides the new Green Lantern right now. You know what I'm saying? Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, Gal, or whatever her name is, The Flash. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was respected in their own rightful way. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. You know, Zack Snyder didn't see it. Zack Snyder didn't see it in that way, but it's a very diverse sort of thing. In reality, you know, The Flash is gay. Ben Affleck, there's this musclehead. Gal, she's basically everyone's top model. Aquaman, his eyes and his ripped body even attracts the slightest of women, which is only he's married. So Jay Fisher is the only person in that whole entire group who no one really knew about before he played Cyborg. You know what I'm saying? No one really knew about him, and everyone's just being for the life of me. It all comes together in one. White CEO, racist problems. Come on. And then when he bashes her, which is, it says here on March 22nd. This article was created on March 22nd, 2021. Warner Media's and Serdal on Zack Snyder's Justice League and DC's future. You know what I mean? Her first mistake, first of all, and it says Warner Brothers Studio CEO Ann Sarnoff says the release of the Zack Snyder's Justice League will complete the director's superhero trilogy, reinforcing the studio's desire to move past the social media campaign to hand back control of the DC Films universe to the filmmakers, which they should do. But it says instead, Sarnoff believes that the future of DC is more than just movies. She's excited about a multi-platform future, one that sees Batman, Superman, The Flash, and other Justice League members popping up on streaming shows, video games, television spin-offs, and like, what mindset is that? You feel me? Like, what mindset is that? It's been 10 years and people enjoyed Marvel with just what? A show? They had one popular show. Marvel had one popular show. And that's Shield. You know, I never really watched it as much, you know what I mean? But I knew the characters that was in it, and I knew, I knew a couple things about it, you know, that was pretty interesting. You know, I was just so caught up in the movies at the moment. I was like, you know, I don't need to watch the show. It took 10 years for Marvel to think about a show. You haven't even got on the premises on where to begin yet, and you're talking about the future. You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, you do you really think that making a decision such as wanting your superheroes popping up in spin-offs and shows going to quench people thirst? No, they want movies. They want live action movies. They want to see these characters brought to life in a way that they should. They should. Honestly, some of y'all just confuse me, because some of y'all only like gruesome things, and it gets annoying at the time, because, you know, like, some of y'all would swear y'all kill yourselves if Deadpool 3 has a PG-13 rating. Some of y'all are just so ignorant, like, and annoying. But you really think that the crowd wants spin-offs of Batman, Cyborg, Superman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, The Flash? Y'all really want y'all want shows with extra seasons that lead up to nothing? Y'all want spin-offs that has nothing to do with anything? You feel me? What spin-offs don't naturally are. But, you know what I'm saying, the only time you get to make a spin-off is when you had a movie that said that compensates for that. Which I mean by that, when you make a movie a franchise that that brags in his own right. You know what I'm saying? Because Marvel never said they was the best, but in their minds, I know they know it. But we know that Marvel's is the best cinematic universe right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We know that. Y'all, do y'all really think that the world wants to see these heroes in other shows and spin-offs? Do you really think that? In video games, hell, Injustice already has on video. Now, Injustice is technically what the Snyderverse is, by the way. That's what the nightmare is of Injustice right there. You know what I'm saying? Injustice and Zack Snyder's nightmare versus of the Justice League. That's what it is. You have your video games. People love your video games. Actually, people have been begging for Injustice 3. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's not the same studio, but you know what I'm getting at. You know what I'm saying? So, if you think that people are going to keep playing these crazy games, you have movies to be excited about, Warner Brothers. Unfortunately, people are wanting to see the Flash. People they're waiting for the Black Adam. They're waiting for Suicide Squad. They're waiting for they're waiting for those, and they're waiting for the Batman. Those are your movies that you're pegging off of right now when it comes to the DCEU. But no one really asked for those. You know what I'm saying? No one really asked for those movies. And Black Adam is literally the only movie in that whole arsenal that I'm excited about, because it's Black Adam and it's played by The Rock. You know what I mean? Even he's trying to get the Snyderverse restored. You're giving people stuff they didn't ask for, but you refuse to give them the stuff that's possible that they have. You give us those movies, and the only movie that should be there is The Flash. You feel me? And maybe Black Adam, because Shazam was already in the whole ordeal. You know what I'm saying? So we want Man of Steel 2. I do actually want a Black Superman movie, so that's okay too. But we want Man of Steel 2. I don't really give a damn if it's played by Henry Cavill or not. You know what I'm saying? He could be what he want to do or do what he want to do. I'm starting to see that Henry Cavill is actually kind of a pretty boy now. You feel me? That's how he acts. He acts really pretty. We want Justice League 2 and 3, which was already a plan, and Zack Snyder already has his idea of what it's going to be. We want a solo Cyborg movie. You're already making the Aquaman 2 movie. Each character, you're on Wonder Woman 3, and Wonder Woman failed. It's crazy. Crazy enough, it's no coincidence that Wonder Woman 84 actually failed to what it was meant to do, and she still gets another movie. You know, which the actor is great, don't get me wrong. It's just the movie was terrible. You feel me? It has its goods and bads, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say it's terrible, but you know, it has its goods and bads. But it could definitely be redone, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Like, every character should get their own solo movie, and that solo movie should lead up to this. The chronological order of it being, it should have been the Man of Steel. Batman should have got has Batman Ben Affleck got his own solo movie? Has he? I don't even really know. You know that? I don't even know if he has his own solo movie yet. You know that? It should be Man of Steel. It should be Batman. It should in chronological order. The movie should have went Man of Steel, Batman, then Batman v Superman introduced Wonder Woman for the first time. Then Wonder Woman gets a movie. You know what I'm saying? Because for the life of me, the time arc of Wonder Woman sucks. You know what I mean? It does. You know what I mean? They could have done the whole love romantic thing in the present. You know what I mean? But or they could have did a prequel, which that could have been in chronological order. So we got Man of Steel, Batman v Superman introduces Wonder Woman, and then we get the Wonder Woman movie. You know what I mean? And then we go on to the next person, which is probably since we should have introduced Aquaman, since it already came out anyway. Then Aquaman has his own little movie. You know, it's cool. Introduced the Atlanteans, and from there you pick whatever character is next. You've yet to introduce us to a Justice League until now, thanks to Zack Snyder, by the way. And surprisingly, it's a darn good person to play the Green Lantern. You know, that's how your cinematic universe should have started off. You feel me? We're getting movies that are leading absolutely nowhere. You know, Justice League being as successful and as amazing as it is, if it goes nowhere, then that's on your heads, Warner Brothers. Man, it's on your heads. And you gonna have to deal with it. So that's as far as I wanted to talk about that bull crap. Oh man, hold up, guys. Y'all may need to hear this too. Hold up. Hey, let's see what my man talking about here.
Back to another video and into today's discussion. I was going to ask the question of this word. I can't wait for things to go back to normal. Now let's get straight into it. So, as you know, the whole world faced a major situation.
The pandemic, yeah.
Everyone was in the same position. No matter where you was, who you were, we all had to stay and live by a certain pathway or a certain rule setting within our country. Now, as things are starting to ease up, the word that's being thrown around a lot is, I can't wait for things to go back to normal. Now, the word normal to me seems as if like everything's just gonna.
Well, so you know, and shout out to I am Life of Dreads. He has like 2.5 50, he has 2.5 5K subscribers. I'm sorry. I do subscribe to him. Shout out to him. What do y'all mean when things go back to normal? Hello, we're in the new normal now, guys. This is where this is staying. There is no normal anymore. The normal is here. You know what I mean? We can't do nothing about it though. So I'll probably talk about that later on because thanks to him, that's all credit to him. That's a good topic. Let me just do this. I hate when it lands back on it. Oh, really? Let me get up. Let me get up. That thing on taco truck. Hate those goddamn things in this game. I'm just looking for that one. Anybody else wanna face the ray gun? I'm an alien. haven't noticed a lot of YouTubers they base a lot of GTA YouTubers base their YouTube persona off of GTA. They go around in like these alien. Oh my goodness. In like these alien costumes. Oh, I'm dead. Wow. Really? Did y'all see that? What did this dude just say? Oh, let me hop out the whip. Even if it's going up. A lot of YouTubers base their YouTube off of their the GTA persona. So it'll be nice if I can grow and maybe I could think about something like that. But until then, yeah, no chance in hell. I'm a let's play controversial channel. It's good to be back, actually. Well, yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, do what you love to do for me. And until next time.